Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss the critical component of research project, that is literature survey. Whether you are preparing a research paper on your project, writing a UG project report, PG dissertation, PhD thesis, or even writing a research proposal, understanding the importance of literature survey is essential. So let us see that. What is literature survey? A literature survey is a comprehensive review of existing research in your field. It is a survey of everything that has been written about a particular topic, theory, or research question. Everything includes research papers, articles, book chapters, monographs, all primary literature sources, secondary literature sources, etc. As a result, it becomes a very critical description of literature relevant to a particular topic. Why to write a literature survey? It is important to understand the purpose of writing a literature survey. It is given here. The purpose is to discover what has been written about the topic already and establish the foundation of the research work. In this, it is highly important to determine what each source contributes to the topic and state that we are not duplicating the work of others. It is our own work which is a new contribution to the existing stock of knowledge. The purpose is also to understand the relationship between various contributions, that is, whether they are in a similar directions or in opposite directions, but meeting at a common point at the end. Further, the purpose is to identify and resolve contradictions within the references or literature. Finally, the most important purpose is to determine research gaps or unanswered questions. It must be noted that you are not reinventing something new in the literature survey. You are just summarizing what others have done so far and providing a roadmap for your research. Note that your research contribution does not lie in writing literature survey. Your contribution is how you will identify the research gap. Now, where to write literature survey? We have to write literature survey at various places when we are doing research or when we are working on some project. It is to be written as an introductory section of a research paper, a chapter in the UG project, PG dissertation, or PhD thesis, and also as an important component of research proposal or the project proposal. However, there is little difference in writing in each of these types that we will see in the slide of organizing principles. What is involved in literature survey? The literature survey writing process involves finding relevant sources, critical reviewing and analyzing them, synthesizing information, and highlighting trends or research gaps. Structure of literature survey. The structure of literature survey usually includes an introduction, which typically involves motivation that sets the stage for literature survey. After that, there is literature survey body that provides critical reviews, and then there is a conclusion connecting it to your research or your problem statement. Specifically, if we talk about the introduction, then the introduction has an overall motivation to study particular set of problems or research questions. It is recommended to start by citing the survey papers, books, or reports as the problem statement is mostly given in the future scope of the literature. The last statement of the introduction part must highlight a research question or a problem statement. It can be a paragraph of 200 to 300 words. Further, the main body of literature survey. This section of literature survey must include all relevant sources and their critical appraisal, explaining the subtopic or approach possibly in the contrast with the previously mentioned approaches. Each approach or solution must be analyzed for its advantages or benefits and shortcomings or limitations. It can be written in several paragraphs depending on topic, approach, method, etc. 2 to 3 lines about each paper, highlighting contribution and relevance to previously published article and shortcomings or extended applications or use of approach for next work is highly recommended. All the citations given in the reference list must be discussed, and all cited in the literature survey must be included in the reference list. It can be about 600 to 700 words for a research paper and 3 to 7 pages for a report, dissertation, or thesis. The word limit for project proposal is most of the time given in the project proposal guidelines. Finally, conclusion. The conclusion concisely provides a summary of findings from literature review. It provides the overall state of the literature and where it is lacking. Further, it provides suggestions for further research and filling gaps in existing work. Typically, for research papers, project reports, dissertation, and thesis, it says how the work carried out in this is filling out this gap, whereas in research proposals, it represents possible ideas or theories that can be used to fill out the existing gaps. In short, literature survey is a writing with a purpose, selecting relevant references, establishing relationships, and writing and rewriting. Organizing principles. When organizing, you can use themes, chronology, or methodology to guide your readers logically through the material. Thematic. When you are trying to explain key themes, theories, or issues relevant to the topic, you can use this approach. Chronological. When historical changes are central to explaining or elaborating on the topic, then you can use a chronological approach. Methodological. When you are trying to discuss interdisciplinary approaches to a topic, or when you are trying to discuss several studies with different approaches, you can use this principle. Finally, closing with the tip such as use credible and the latest literature sources, maintain objectivity and avoid bias, use clear and concise language, regularly stay updated with the recent studies. Use of AI tools is okay, but do not completely rely on it. Use your own creativity in reading, summarizing, and writing. A well crafted literature survey is the first step towards meaningful research. By analyzing and synthesizing existing work, you contribute to the academic dialogue and ensure your research stands on a solid ground. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.